Gentlemen, starting this video out with a deep breath, because I think this is single-handedly the best video on discipline, the best video on actually changing your life, changing your inputs so your outputs can change, aka doing more things the right way all of the time, and you'll get that back in return from the universe. The more you put in, the more you will get out. And this video, I think, is the perfect culmination of exactly what's worked for me and what is still working for me on how I stay productive, and I literally get ahead of all my competition tenfold through these systems and strategies. Discipline is so important in your life, and it will save you if you're in the position of lacking productivity. So basically, this video is for you if you know your goals, you already know where you want to be, and you know generally how to get there, which I think is a higher percentage of you than you might think. You know the steps that need to be taken. You just don't have that grit, that discipline inside of you quite yet to take those steps. Because I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's easy, but I am going to sit here and tell you it's possible. And that's the difference. And discipline is like the key to the lock of what really gets into your mind and into your soul to take you from where you are now to where you need to go. Discipline is the vessel. It is the key. It is the heart. It is the soul of the work that needs to be put in. And I'm literally already spitting as I talk because there's so much conviction in my soul that this is what really helps. And I'm going to explain to you exactly why it helps and exactly how you can get it and you can unlock it. And I'll start with a story when I realized discipline is what was needed in my life and what I was lacking for such a long time and didn't even know it. I wish I had this video to explain that to me. But basically, when I was younger, I always knew what I wanted. I always wanted to be big. I always wanted to have muscle. I always wanted to be jacked, right? And I never quite knew exactly how to get there. The first step I took when I was younger is I bought some weights, and I had a bench, some standard weights. They got up to like 50-pound plates, which is actually weird, 50-pound plates instead of 45 for the smaller holes, and put that in my basement with a couple of old dumbbells. And that was my first step. And that was paired with the motivation I had to just look better. I would always see, funny enough, mannequins in stores, like at the Under Armour store, the Nike store. They were always buff. They're real big. And I never looked like that in those clothes. I still have the t-shirt I bought the day that I'm thinking of when I saw this from the mall that was big on me, made me look skinny. And I still have that t-shirt, and I literally can't even put it on now. I'm too big. I've gained 70 pounds since then, you know? And that thought in my mind at the time was just, I needed that motivation. So I took that step and I bought the weights, but that didn't last. That lasted 2 weeks of working out every other day suboptimally. And then later that year, I started working out again a little bit because I had this newfound motivation. I had a purpose. I knew what I wanted to do, and it lasted 2 months, and I was starting to get results, and people were complimenting me like, I can see you've been working out a little bit. Like, those first few compliments that you get are night and day. That will fuel you so much. But literally, I stopped. After even getting the compliments, getting the validation that my work was paying off, I still stopped. And that's when I realized motivation will fail you time and time again, to the point where I feel motivation and I literally shun it out of my mind. I will use it strategically if I get it, but I do not depend on it at all. I know that it is a trick. Motivation is a trick to counterproduct your work. Whether you believe in a higher power or not, motivation will never give you long-term success. And I realized it that day. Discipline, hard work, love, and passion is what will get you that long-found success that I have today when it comes to the fitness industry. I've been working out consistently for about 4 years. But let me take you back to the day that I finally knew. The day, it took one day that I finally knew this was something that is part of my life and I will do it forever and enjoy it. So these first couple times, these spurts I told you about of motivation, I would work out consistently for a couple weeks, a couple months, but I always hated it. I hated doing it. I would wake up in the morning and dread working out all day, which is a far cry from what I feel now. But I had to get to that point. I had to build the bridge of hate to love in order to get consistent progress. What made me fall in love with it like I do today, what really turn the corner of my life, the climax, so to speak, the thing that fixed my problem and will fix yours, hopefully, was all within my mindset. Now, what do you mean, Tanner, by within your mindset? How do I achieve that, is what you're probably thinking. It's quite simple, but it takes some thought. So I consistently started lifting late 20, November 20, and it was from heartbreak. I got broken up with. It wasn't a real serious relationship, but it still sucked. And that was when we had the stuff going around. I won't say the name, but 20, you guys remember? And we couldn't go to school for a while. Late 20, I told myself, now I'm in school, I don't really have too much time to lift, but if school ever shuts down again, I am going to lift every single day. And 3 days later, we had the second shutdown. I don't know if you guys had it, but here in the United States, we had a smaller one, late 20 to 21. So boom, those 3 months I locked in. Now I was still only doing biceps, chests, a little bit of shoulders, back here and there with my weights in my basement, but it was still better than nothing. That was the first stepping stone to the success that I reap now. And I actually fell in love with it during then for a few reasons. A, I became better at it. I became enthralled with my own success. I put a mirror in my basement. I started to look good. I started to get hyped up. I started playing music. I bought pre-workout to get that full gym experience, protein powders, all of these things. I made it a lifestyle and I made the path better. I went from, imagine driving from point A to point B. I went from driving in a Toyota to driving in a Lamborghini. It felt much better and everything about it clicked. And then on top of that, the cherry on top of this is when we came back from this 3-month school break, that very girl who broke up with me, that very girl, I opened Snapchat that day. I still had her on Snapchat. And she posted on a private story she did not know I was still on. And I just happened to open it. And it said, tell me why my ex looks so fine, I can't even. And I saw that, I remember, mid-workout that day. And the amount of fire I felt in my soul as a man, my testosterone, my hormones, my brain chemistry, everything clicked in that moment. And I knew that what I was doing was working, it is right, and it is what I need to do. When you click those in your mind, you prove to yourself what you're doing is right, it's what you need to do, and it's working. Those 3 tenets, that's where your mind creates the discipline is subconscious. You cannot create discipline until you click on those 3 things. And that story proved it to me. Ever since then, I have not missed more than 2-3 days in a row with a proper lift. That is 4 going on 5 years of consistent progress in lifting. And the greatest part of that I haven't even got to yet, which is you guys need to understand and write this down. Tell your friends, because this is where it all comes together and clicks. Holy fuck, a Lamborghini just went by. Holy fuck, a Lamborghini just went by. I never see Lamborghinis. That was crazy. That was awesome. That's a fucking sign, guys. That's a sign. Once it all fucking clicks, once it all comes together, that's when you need to start doing. And then guess what? Once that happens, it will translate to other purposes in your life. I know you don't just want to be jacked or just be rich. You fucking want it all. I want the Lamborghini, okay? I want to be jacked. I want the money. I want my family to be comfortable. And that's a fucking sign right there. I swear to God on my life, a Lamborghini just went by. That is the sign. You need to master the art of discipline and apply it everywhere in your life. And you cannot fall in this fucking trap of being average. That will kill you. The average lifestyle will kill you. It is not what you're meant to do as a man. You are meant to conquer. You are meant to succeed, to take care of your family. If your family is drowning in medical bills, you are not taking care of them. You need money. If your family is in danger in a public scenario when you're around them, you are not protecting them. You need to be physically dominant enough. You need to be physically aware mentally of all of your surroundings to keep them safe. It is not just about you. It is not just about me. I'm not calling you guys out, but this is something I need to work on too. You are selfish if you're not working on yourself. If you're not paying attention to this video and writing notes, you are selfish, okay? And I need to do a better job of that too, but I'm telling you, as men, we need to work together to fix the bullshit that goes on in the world. fix the problems our family have. We are problem solvers. I'm literally creating a fucking puddle in my front seat because I'm spitting so much while I'm talking because I feel the conviction. I'm in a flow state understanding that you guys need to hear this. And we all as men need to apply it for the people around us, not just us. The Lambos are cool, right? Ferraris are cool. Nice houses and clothes, those are all cool. And I want that shit too. But listen, man, it's all about taking care of others and building that discipline that will save your relationships. It will save your fucking life, which I'm making the title of this video. Discipline will save your life. That was how. So go apply that shit in your life. If you have any questions, follow me on Instagram. I post every day. We're building the biggest community possible for fucking winners, man. I'm going to be in that Lamborghini someday, and I'm going to cut back to this video. I fucking promise you. I promise you. It's happening. Thank you guys for watching. Get the fuck out of here. Go get some work done. And I appreciate every single solitary one of you guys. Peace out, man. Thank you.